taking up with two small topics. And the question is, we are going to ask on this nutritional program. Nutrition programs to be very specific, midday meal program, the short note is many times. Now coming to the last lecture I discussed the food oral taste and food fortification. So there are few diseases which are caused by the consumption of infected food material. Those are called as foodborne infection. For study purpose, they are described under two headings. Number one is, if you consume the food intoxicants, means food which contains the toxic material, then person will become sick. So there are four, for study purpose, there are many intoxicants or toxic material. When consumed accidentally or purposefully, they produce the disease. But for study purpose, as far as exam is considered, only four intoxicants which are studied. Number one is beta amino alanine. So the diseases which are described are neuroletharism, alpha toxin, rheumatism, right? One more in there. So the most common diseases which are seen are these three. Or endemic ascites, one more is there. But you must concentrate on these three. Neuroletharism, this is a disease when this masoor dal or a dal is mixed with a kesari dal, and that kesari dal contains beta amino alanine. This is the toxic material which is present into the kesari dal, which is mixed with the masoor dal, because color, size are same. This toxic material, when consumed, this causes or affect the nervous system of the human body. Because this toxic material has got the affinity to nervous tissue. So what happens is, if this masoor dal, which is mixed with the kesar dal, pulse, when consumed for a long time, as I told you, it causes bad effect on the nerves. That your large nerves like sciatic nerve, popliteal nerve, these are the nerves they are affected by this. So, as the word indicates, neuroletharism means there occurs a lethargic or little bit power of that nerve is decreased, leading to the patient first starts limping, walks limping like this initially. That is the first stage of neuroletharism. But still the disease progresses and patient continues to consume this infected dal, kesari dal, which is mixed with the masoor dal, pulse. If person is continuously consuming this kesar dal, then first patient starts limping, then it affects one leg, that is called as one leg letharism. So patient carries while it is very difficult to walk for the patient. So patient takes support of a stick. Initially he takes support of a single stick, that is called as single stick neuroletharism. But gradually another leg nerve is affected. So person takes two sticks, that is called as two stick neuroletharism. And gradually power of both the lower leg becomes zero. Therefore, person is unable to walk. So single stick, double stick neuroletharism. The main toxic material is beta oxaloaminoalanine. Is the toxic material. Once the question is asked in last 30 years on foodborne infection, only once. If I am a paper setter, I will not ask, because there are many more common questions that can be asked, which are more important for the day-to-day practice. So this is the rarest one. Next is the alpha toxin. Alpha toxin means here this is the fungal infection. It is the stored fungus. The stored fungus. So this affects alpha toxin fungus affects the food ingredients like number 1 groundnut, senga, groundnuts, then wheat, jowar and rice. So these are the food materials are affected by this alpha toxin. So this is the fungus develops when food material or ingredients they are not stored properly. That's why this disease is called as, this fungal type of disease is called as stored fungus. So groundnut becomes black, taste changes, bitter taste is there. Even a jowar, rice or a wheat, they also become black. When this fungus develops, when the atmosphere, moisture of the atmosphere is around 14 to 16%, not 14 to 60 to 70%, and temperature ranges between 11 to 27 degrees centigrade. That's why whenever this groundnut, wheat or jowar or dal, everything is brought from the market, what mother does? She sees that these food ingredients they are properly heated and dried before the storage. So moisture requirement is 60 to 70%. Temperature requirement for development of the alpha toxin is 11 to 37 degrees centigrade. So when these food ingredients are not properly stored, then this fungus develops. How to avoid? Best way to dry it, heat it properly, and after drying you can store. Properly storage is there. So this is a stored fungus. What disease this causes? When this alpha toxin or a stored fungus is consumed, it affects the liver. Carcinoma of liver is more commonly seen with the alpha toxin. Third is the ergotism. Same, this is a one more type of fungus, ergot. This fungus is called as field fungus. This is seen in the field, in the farm. So it affects jowar, bajri, maka. All these are, again, they become black and its weight is light. How to identify? The ingredients, food ingredients of bajri, jowar or maka, they become light in color. They become black, light in weight. They become black in color. So when they are the water in a pot, if the maka is taken or a bajri is taken and the water is added, these infected food ingredients they float on the surface. So this is a stored fungus. By ergot is a field fungus. This is asked in Viva. Remember. So what are the clinical features of this ergotism? Clinical feature of ergotism are nausea, vomiting, anorexia and CA liver. How to prevent? If you see the black ingredients in the food material, you can handpick those ingredients and remove, or you can just air float those food materials so that the food ingredients which are light in weight, they are thrown away or they are taken away by the wind, and the heavy material, they are due to gravity, they come down, they just they come down on the surface of the earth. So what the procedure is called as air floating. Another method is you take a water, bucket full of water, add 20% of the salt into that water and add these food ingredients. They float on the surface of the that water. So in foodborne infection, first is these are the toxic materials. Second type is infections. Three infections are seen: bacterial, parasitic, and viral. So bacterial infection, salmonella, parasalmonella, these are the commonest infections which can cause the foodborne diseases, because when the food material is infected with salmonella and the parasalmonella bacilli, the person gets loose motion, person gets vomiting, person gets uneasiness. Next is the viral. The diseases, viral diseases are seen because of the food when it is contaminated. The diseases like cholera, any food poisoning. So these are the most, even hepatitis A infection can be seen, viral infection. Next, third is the parasitic infection. In this, mainly the roundworm, bookworm, tapeworm, they are more commonly seen. So this is about the waterborne infection. Second is the nutritional program. As the word nutritional means all these programs, whatever I am going to enumerate, they are related to the food we consume. And mainly they target, these programs target mainly the female, pregnant and lactating female and a small kid, mainly the babies up to the age of adolescent, means before the 12 years of age. There are many programs, but remember 3-4 programs like vitamin A prophylaxis program, which causes vitamin deficiency causes blindness. Number 1. Number 2 is anemia prophylaxis program, and number 3 is iodine deficiency syndrome. All these programs I have discussed in detail, I will not go into detail, are governed by Ministry of Health and Family Planning. Ministry of Health and Family Planning are these programs, vitamin A, anemia or a nutritional disorder program, and the iodine deficiency program are supervised by the Ministry of Family Health and Family. Second is the Anganwadi or Balwadi program, where these are the three: ICDS program, Balwadi program, and nutritional disorders. These are the programs mainly target the preschool going children, and the pregnant and the lactating mother. What is given in this? These three programs, means ICDS, Balwadi, and the nutrition programs, are governed by Ministry, Social Welfare Ministry. As I told you, they target the children, they target the pregnant and the lactating mother. So what is given? The food materials are supplied free of cost, but that food is not substituted. Means there is no substitute for the food, but whatever the food material is given to these under this program, they are supplemental. So baby and the mother, they consume the food at home, but under these program they get the supplementary food as you demand the supplementary in the examination. Similarly, their supplementary food is given for 300 days just to get the better health of the pregnant and the lactating mother and to get the better development of the children. What is given in this? In this, they supply cereals, pulses, milk, egg, plus iodine, not iodine, this what is called iron, means ferrous sulfate and folic acid. So these are the 5 things are given as a supplementary food. Most important program which has been discussed under this heading is midday meal program, MDMP. And many times the question is asked on MDMP, midday meal program. This has to be, as I have told you many times, any question in community meeting, try to write under 3 headings: introduction, object, ingredients, and prevention. So these are the 3-4 headings. You have to remember, this is the basic thing to answer any question in community medicine. So midday meal program means what? This midday, in a day you have to supply the meal. That's why this is called a program. This program, object of this program is to give the supplementary food to the school going children. Now first object. Second object is to improve the attendance in the school by the children. Because if the children, they have been forced by the mother or convinced by the teacher that food is going to be given in the interval, then they will attend the school. So object is to increase the attendance. Second is supplementary food has to be given. Then what are the food ingredients which are supplied under this? The food ingredients, cereals, 75 grams. So again, this is not a substitute food. This is a supplementary food. Remember this. Means we give little bit more food away apart from the food which has been consumed at home. So this is a supplementary food. Food ingredients are, number 1 is cereals. 75 gram of cereals per child per day. 30 grams of pulses per child per day. 30. 30 grams of green leafy vegetables per child per day. 30 non-green leafy vegetables per child per day. And 8 to 15 grams of oil or fat per child per day are supplied by the government in the school. And there are clear-cut instructions by the government that these food are supplied by the Jilla Parishad to each and every school, and the instructions have been given that the food material has to be cooked in the school only. Cooked in the school only. And that has to be served to the each and every student. So this is about the ingredients. Now, NIN, National Institutes of Nutrition. This institute is situated at Hyderabad. They have given the formula for midday meal program. They have given 2 formulas. One formula is for South Indian children, another formula is for North Indian children. Why 2 formulas? Because in South India and North India, we get different type of food ingredients. That's why NIN Hyderabad, they have formulated this. And what they say that whatever the local available food ingredients are there, from that food ingredient, locally available food ingredients, you must prepare the food for midday meal program. So this concludes the Yes, sir.